Hello, my name is Doow, and welcome to another video where I'm showing a bit of Pixel Canvas. This is the website that I have been creating for a little while now. And so yeah, check it out at www.pixelcanvas.com. But in this video, I am going to be creating some art. I'm not the best artist, but we're gonna give it a try. And why I do that, I'm going to answer the question that I thought would be interesting for you guys to hear about, which is, should you be a developer? Should you become a developer? I myself am studying to be a developer. I'm a senior now though, so I'm almost there. I'm less than half a semester left before I am done. And so yeah, I'm just gonna try to answer that question to the best of my ability for you guys while I make a tree. I think that's what I'm gonna make, a tree. I'm using the new 3x3 tool to, I guess, kind of make the basics, and then I'll try to get more detail in there as I go. That's the plan anyways. So yeah, I would definitely recommend becoming a developer. It is a blast. I really like it myself. And I'd say what am I doing here? This is not what a tree trunk looks like. Erase that. If you're into like video games or really into computers, then becoming a developer is very highly possibly something that you would be interested in, I think, and something that you would enjoy. Obviously, if you're into computers, you could become, a computer engineer, working more at the hardware side, or you could be like electrical engineer. They do some stuff as well. So, I mean, lots of people nowadays do stuff with the computers. I mean, basically everyone. That's why it's so huge. Everyone has to use computers. So if you're interested in anything like that, then like computer-wise, I think becoming a developer is definitely something you should look into. Because it's a lot of fun. Another thing is that there are just a lot of jobs for developers. It is pretty easy to find a job just because there is such a big need for developers, and there's just not enough out there. Because there's just so much new technology coming out, and just everything basically has to do with technology nowadays. And so there just needs to be a ton of developers. There's tons of jobs. And so basically, actually, I heard that there are 7 jobs available per one Android developer. And so that's just an example with like Android, but like there's just not enough Android developers. And so, yeah, if you're interested in, getting a job easily, not necessarily easily, but definitely being able to find a job, because there's just, lots of developer jobs. Then it's definitely a good thing, definitely a good field. Another thing I would say is if you like problem solving is really one of the biggest parts of being a developer. You have to know how to solve problems, and you have to enjoy solving problems, really, if you're going to like it. You're going to want to enjoy doing it. And so that's cool, because a lot of people, I guess a lot of gamers and stuff that maybe have watched my channel and stuff, a lot of you most likely do like solving problems. That's why you like games and things like that. And so that is definitely something that is important to being a developer, is knowing how to solve problems and enjoying solving problems. And so if you like that, if you like solving puzzle games and things like that, then it's definitely something you can check out. I would also say that if you are into math, that is another kind of indicator that you could really enjoy being a developer. If you hate math and you don't like math at all, that doesn't mean you couldn't be a developer. The math side of being a developer, programming and stuff, is pretty simple, I guess. So if you're not good at math, you could still be a developer. But it does help to be good at math. I mean, a lot of the stuff you do within programming and stuff is really simple math, like adding and and basic functions and things. You're not, going to be doing calculus or anything like that on a normal basis unless you're programming something that's specific to that. So yeah, if you're good at math though, usually people that like math also enjoy problem solving and things. And so that's why a lot of times I think it would be a good fit for those kind of people. So yeah, that's another thing. Another reason why really what you should do if you are interested at all about programming and things like that is you should just try it. There's no excuse nowadays with the internet. You could learn everything there is to learn about programming. Obviously, it'd be a little easier with like a professor and stuff teaching you, but you don't need that. I mean, you can teach yourself, and that's really a good part of being a programmer as well, is you have to be able to figure stuff out on your own. You're not going to have a professor or people to help you all the time, and so you have to just kind of be able to figure out things. And so really learning on your own, teaching yourself, is really a good way to become a developer. You don't necessarily have to go to college to get a job in being a developer. Yes, they'll probably, the employers will probably want you to have some experience in things, but you'll be able to get experience just the longer you do it. And if you can get problems solved and make things happen, they don't care if you have a degree or not. So that's kind of cool as well. But yeah, there is really so many resources for you to learn how to program. There's, Code Academy. There's, I think it's called Udacity maybe, has like videos and stuff. I mean, there's YouTube. There's so many tutorials on YouTube to teach how to become, how to program and things. And so I would say if you are interested whatsoever, just give it a try. Find some videos, find some tutorials, and start learning, start teaching yourself, and just jump into it, and you'll see if you enjoy it or not. So that's what I would say. If you are whatsoever interested, just start doing it, and you'll figure out. You'll figure out pretty quick if it's something that you want to do. I'm not sure if this tree looks good. I'm a developer, but I am not an artist. So I struggle a little bit on that front. That is kind of the one thing that I wish I was better at, was being an artist. If I was an artist, I would maybe be like a graphic designer or something cool like that. Because that intrigues me. And so, yeah, that's another thing that I think people would enjoy programming for, is just being creative. That's kind of why I like programming so much, is it's such a great avenue for you to be able to just create cool things, because there's so many things you can do with software and just making stuff. And so if you are a creative person, I would definitely recommend you to try out programming. It's just a great platform for you to be able to make stuff, with websites and with mobile apps and games. Like, you can just be so creative with this kind of stuff. And so I definitely recommend you to try it out. I think I'm wrapping up here, and I think that's about, most of my tips for trying to figure out if you want to be a developer or not. It's definitely a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it. And I think I'm about done with this tree. I don't know how great it doesn't look that great. But if you want to come here on pixelcanvas.com, you can come over here to coordinates x 118 negative 860, and you can make my tree look a little better if you want. But yeah, that is the video. If you have any questions about just being a developer, anything you'd like to ask me about what it's like, just ask me in the comments, and I will try to answer everyone that has a question. And let me know if you'd like to see more videos of me talking about subjects like this, and I will definitely be making more videos about Pixel Canvas. So I will see you in another video. Bye.